Yeah, it looks beautiful now, Sam, but it's all kind of a recipe for sketchiness.
Yeah, some clouds out there this morning, especially those thicker ones around Pikes Peak. Tell me, we got a little moisture. May spark some storms later. Actually, see that big old lightning strike on our map just north of White Rock there. So that's continuing to move in towards Fowler. I'll watch that little cell, but not a lot left of it probably in the next hour or so here. Actually, it's getting a lot lighter to its west. We have a slight risk across far southeast Colorado in the yellow, but a marginal risk of the lower criteria in the rest of southern Colorado. I do think storms that form today will have a pretty good chance of being severe, but we don't have a lot of wind shear, which is what they need to be organized for a while. So the chances are there. It's just not as strong as maybe you're going to see over by Kansas, Oklahoma. Temperatures today are going to be in the 70s at noon, and then we'll kind of shut things down with rain trying to come through the end of the day. Bree, Ira?
Thank you, Sam. A stage 2 fire ban, though, is in place right now in Teller County, and that means no outdoor smoking, no outdoor fires of any type. Those charcoal grills are not allowed, and this does apply to unincorporated parts of the county and national forest land. Similar restrictions in place also within Woodland Park city limits, and the city of Pueblo is getting ready to implement high fire danger restrictions, which could mean a ban on the sale of fireworks. Pueblo County has already implemented stage 1 fire restrictions.
A school in Norwood, Colorado is now home to as many as 700 wildland fire personnel. They're in town fighting the Horse Park fire. It's burning about 15 miles southwest of Norwood. Take a look at the flames from the Hotchkiss Fire District in San Miguel County Sheriff's Office, who shared this video with us. The fire has burned about 1,500 acres, mostly on Bureau of Land Management property. Right now, it's at about 5% containment. The San Miguel Sheriff's Office says the fire is burning in a remote area currently with limited potential to spread to a populated area, but they are working to try to protect cabins and ranchers' grasslands.
Looking ahead, we are seeing more and more homeless people in our area, and sadly, as this is happening, a local shelter is being forced to shut their doors.
After only a year open, staff at the Wish House tell us they just don't have enough money to make ends meet.
Now, News 5's Shayla Gerardin was there the day that they opened and is bringing us the latest on this closing. Shayla?
We were in this exact spot when Ecumenical Social Ministries opened the Wish House a year ago, and they've given 38 women a new start, providing them with food, shelter, and a team to get them back on track. Now, Wish House, or Women in Safety and Hope, is a transitional living home that's been providing support for single women on the streets and helping them find jobs and make a new life. Unfortunately, this year they weren't able to get federal funding, and in order to stay open, they need that. Case managers are working with the 8 women still living at the house, and the sad reality is that these ladies could end up back on the street.
One who told them that it was closing, and the very first question they asked was not about themselves, but the very first question I was asked was, can we help raise money to keep this open? So these are women that have nowhere to go, and instead of being angry, they expressed, how can we raise money?
Ecumenical Social Ministries will remain open, and right now they're busier than ever. The homeless population in Colorado Springs has gone up almost 10% over the last year, and the amount of people receiving food assistance from ESM in the past year alone increased by 17%. Now, ESM tells us they are hoping to reopen the Wish House at some point, but they estimate that that'll cost around $240,000. For details on how you can help, go ahead and log on to the News 5 app. Watching out for you, Colorado Springs. Shayla Gerardin, News 5.
Thank you, Shayla. Happening now, cleanup efforts underway in Ellicott City, Maryland, the Baltimore suburb that was washed away by major floods earlier this week, and those floods have now claimed their first fatality. We first told you about missing 39-year-old National Guard Sergeant Edison Herman yesterday morning. Sadly, his body was found in a river near the border. Homes and businesses have also been washed away in this devastation.
We got the girls' things, tools, now we're getting the supplies and color so we can find another home to start back up again until we figure this out.
In an attempt to keep people safe, authorities are controlling access to that flood area, and they're also issuing curfews. We're watching out for you. We are headed into flash flooding season right here in Colorado, which could bring similar amounts of rain to the video we were just seeing right there.
They're always powerful. And 7 of Colorado's top 10 single-day rainfall totals historically happened in June, July, and August. Now, one of the things that emergency managers want to point out is that when we do get flash flooding, it can easily turn dangerous.
It doesn't take much water to actually take you off your feet. You know, you're talking only a matter of inches, 6 to 12 inches could knock someone down. Only about 18 inches can actually move a vehicle depending on the vehicle itself.
So a personal plan to stay out of the path of flash floods is very important. csready.org is a site run by Colorado Springs with a lot of information on how you can keep yourself safe from those flash floods.
6:05, let's check in with meteorologist Sam Schreier. It is a weather alert day, especially, Sam. It could be an active afternoon.
I really think so. So what we're going to talk about first here is just a look at that day planner where you've got temperatures feeling all right out there by noon, 70s and 80s, but let's go ahead and show you the radar here. So out east, we have a little bit of activity still left over. Actually, south and east of Pueblo, this line that was hitting Cedarwood continuing to thin out as it just pushes kind of northeast through Pueblo County. Also Fowler, well, this complex pushing into Fowler is holding together over Highway 167. Couple rumbles of thunder were in there. We had a lightning strike register on our Doppler radar. Looks like it will clip the city, but probably not a whole lot left in that after the 7 o'clock hour, if it actually even makes it to 7 o'clock, because it's 6:06 right now. Across the rest of the area, we have a marginal outlook for pretty much most of southern Colorado, through the Springs, northern El Paso County, all the way down to Los Animas County, and also then we have a slight risk through eastern Baca County. Looking at this, like I've done all morning, there's a chance of isolated tornadoes kind of in Los Animas, south of Highway 50 to Baca. Now, a lot of the storms there will probably just put down some strong winds and big hail. That tornado risk is very weak. Around some of the El Paso County Palm Divide area, that's the better chance of just hail later on. Not a guarantee from storms today, but if they form, we have the moisture and we'll have the warmth to get them to be severe. 54 to 59 from the Springs into Pueblo. Pretty nice air out towards La Junta, 61 degrees at the moment. Your sunset time is 8:17. Then talking about today, I've got the warmth like I just talked about for bigger storms. 86 in Pueblo, 78 into the Springs. Actually pretty warm around La Junta, Lamar. That might squash some thunderstorm possibilities, but storms that form from Walsenburg as they move east, that's probably going to be strongest storms later today. Let's go ahead and get out to traffic here at 6:07 this morning. We are at Interquest, so on the north side of the city, getting in and looking south, no problems there, but I'll be around to track anything that changes. Back to our traffic network. If you're going to head up by Monument to Denver, got no problems on our map. Bree, Ira, over to you.
Thank you, Sam. Developing this Wednesday morning, there are still more questions than answers on how increasing traffic can be managed on Highway 24 in Ute Pass.
A number of short-term efforts were detailed at a town hall last night where they say that a long-term fix will require more research, more time, and money. Some are worrying that the closure of the Cog Railway will make the problem worse, forcing thousands of extra visitors to take Highway 24.
Well, I feel like they didn't start planning last year when they should have as much as they could, because we had problems with traffic backing up all the way to Manitoulin.
It's not fun when it gets like that. The Broadmoor that operates the Cog says they're still trying to coordinate a trip for European experts to come and fully analyze the problems with it.
In this morning's Consumer Watch, DIA has now broken ground on a $1.5 billion expansion project. It calls for 38 more gates to be added across the 3 existing concourses, and the project will also add some new concessions, restaurants, and other amenities.
We're going to have outdoor spaces on the ends of some of the concourses, so it's going to really be a nice thing for passengers. We're really preparing this airport for the future.
The project is expected to be complete by 2021.
Looking for a cheaper place to live? A new study ranks the most affordable places to live in Colorado based on property taxes, homeowners insurance, and mortgage payments.
And coming in 5th is Wellington, which is in Larimer County, just north of Fort Collins. Number 4 right there is Pueblo West, which is obviously right here in southern Colorado.
Milliken, which is near Greeley, they cracked the top 3 with Lamar coming in 2nd place. And the most affordable place?
It is Federal Heights right there in Adams County. That median income is $37,000.
Interesting to see.
Makes me wonder.
We should also mention, as we look at the top 10, how about this? Security Widefield, they come in at number 8 on the list. So again, right here in southern Colorado.
Still ahead, the bill that our governor is expected to sign today that could keep hackers at bay and help out our community at the same time.
And we're in the midst of the 100 deadliest days on the roads, how you can keep your teen safe. That's next.
Bet you didn't know that the best garden center in the Springs is right under your nose. Good Earth Garden Center is located on Walnut, just 2 blocks north of Uinta on I-25. Bet you didn't know that we have the largest selection of pottery in town. We have pieces you can't find anywhere else, so you can choose the look that fits your style. Bet you didn't know our hanging baskets are the fastest way to transform the look of your home, and they start at just $29. Bet you didn't know, but now you do. So stop by and give us a try at Good Earth Garden Center.
Attention Southern Colorado! The Kia Summer Event is now at Philon Kia. Forte, just $149 a month lease. Your choice, Kia Sportage or Sereno, $229 a month. Just $229. Save with 0 interest for up to 66 months. That's why Colorado drives Philon Kia. New Kias from $149 a month lease. See us today at Philon Kia in Motor City or online anytime at philonkia.com.
A quick tip from McDivitt Law Firm.
Uninsured motorist coverage pays your medical bills in a car crash if the other driver's at fault and doesn't have insurance. Make sure you have enough uninsured coverage on your policy. Call McDivitt Law Firm for a free consultation.
McDivitt.
Opioid addiction is a monster. It destroys your relationships. It affects your mental health. It makes you feel isolated and hopeless. But you can fight back. With Health Solutions' customized support, education, and therapy, you can reach your recovery goals and slay the dragon once and for all. Get the help you need now and start living your life again addiction-free. To learn more, visit health.solutions.
Hailstorms are fun to watch, but they can leave you with a damaged roof. When that happens, Cornerstone Roofing can put your roof and gutters back to where they need to be. We provide free inspections and insurance estimates, and we'll work with your insurance company so your new roof is hassle-free. Plus, our customer service department will walk you through every step to make sure it's a fast and easy process. Cornerstone Roofing is licensed and bonded, so all work is guaranteed. Call Cornerstone Roofing for your free estimate, because integrity is the cornerstone of our business.
At American Furniture Warehouse, we've been the #1 mattress store for over 40 years.
And right now, during our Super Memorial Day event, come in and check out our large selection of Beauty Rest, Sealy, Therapeutic, and our pressure-relieving memory foam mattresses.
For waterproof, kid-proof, and pet-proof flooring, Carpet Exchange offers CoreTech Plus. Beautiful luxury vinyl with added layers of durability, stain resistance, and comfort. CoreTech Plus at Carpet Exchange, your floor store.
I'm attorney Frank Azar of the Strong Arm. The insurance companies are not on your side, but I am.
When Frank calls, they know it's serious. He got me $118,000.
Call me now, Frank Azar, or go to fdazar.com.
6:13 on a weather alert Wednesday morning, and as we take a live look right there at Pikes Peak, those clouds covering pretty much the whole sky and the tip of the mountain right there as well, but a lot of moisture in the air today. You may be seeing some hail and some rain in parts of your area later today, too. And Sam's going to detail that in just a moment.
In this morning's Your Healthy Family, May is Stroke Awareness Month, and the #1 key to surviving a stroke is getting treated quickly. So I decided to hit the streets to see who knows these signs of a stroke. Do you know any of the common symptoms of a stroke?
No.
Okay.
Yes, maybe.
Did you know that a stroke can happen to a young person?
No, I didn't know that.
Many who I talked to gave me the common signs of a heart attack.
I would say pain in the chest.
Maybe too much palpitation in the heart, or maybe hot in the head, I don't know.
And many of those same people also knew some of the key indicators of a stroke and what to do.
Confusion, slurred speech.
If you were having a stroke, what would you do?
Immediately call for medical assistance.
Now, back in April, UC Health polled 200 people who live in El Paso County if they knew the signs of a stroke. Tonight at 5, I'll share the results of that survey and go over the warning signs again.
In your safety watch this morning, we're going into the 100 deadliest days for teen drivers, and according to AAA, fatal crashes involving teens has jumped 14% between Memorial Day and Labor Day. Car crashes are the #1 killer of teenagers, and last summer there were about 10 a day. Now, new high-tech features such as Chevy's teen driver technology can help parents keep an eye on their new drivers.
Parents can go in and check the report card to see their distance traveled, how many times their active safety features went off, their top speeds.
Hum by Verizon is another option that offers speed alerts and a safety score.
You know, as a parent, I've just enjoyed the many ways I can track my children. Those are some good features.
I also just think it's scary to have anyone new on the road, but
yeah.
Let's check that weather now, Sam.
Scary enough that Bree and I are on the road.
That's a true story.
Watch out, after 12:30 every day, we hit I-25. Let's get outside here. We have temperatures in the 50s. Colorado Springs, beautiful sunshine. A little bit of cloud cover in Pueblo with 59 degrees. And the humidity is kind of moderate in both areas. Let me go back to our water vapor imagery here. I'm going to back my model up, back my graphics up. So we have this wave of energy actually pushing in from the south. As this comes in, it's going to bring mid-level moisture, interact with the surface moisture, those high dew points, help generate storms. Now, we actually have a little thunderstorm left over in Pueblo County, although it is crossing the border, trying to get over by Fowler here, Manzanola, little few sprinkles really moving there, and just real weak sprinkle activity left. This looks like it has the energy to keep going towards 7 o'clock, but past then, that's going to be pretty tough for it to do. We do have a large area for the risk today. Large hail up in El Paso County to the Palmer Divide especially looks to be kind of this area's best chance of severe weather, large hail. Down south, large hail, but also strong winds are possible south of Highway 50. And if there was going to be an isolated tornado today, it's possible. It could be in this area. That's probably the best and most likely parameters for severe weather to come in and produce a quick tornado. Now, the hour by hour from the morning out to noon, it's showing us pretty good sunshine, but that wave moves in from the south. This is probably going to ignite some thunderstorms around the Walsenburg to Trinidad area by 1 to 2 o'clock. And here by 2:30, it has storms just out east of Trinidad through Los Animas County. Now for Teller County, Springs will get storms to form, but it's going to start after 3 o'clock. Maybe around 3 in Teller, but more likely after that. These storms will start kind of small, but quickly grow large. And I think it's going to be putting down hail. That's likely what's happening in the Springs in this model run, but also some really big storms. And again, watch after 3 o'clock if you live in Los Animas, Baca County for the potential for some very strong storms in the plains. These will all move east, growing stronger as storms hit the Palmer Divide up east of El Paso County. And by 10 o'clock, we should be dry across southern Colorado. Let's go ahead and talk traffic here. We are going to be outside at 6:17, and we're taking a look. Think Interquest, but still back over towards that map, moving pretty well, but there's more traffic going north. On my traffic network, despite the traffic heading north, we are fine up through Monument into Denver, Colorado Springs. Kind of waiting to see if Powers or South Academy would slow down. Both are actually moving fine this morning, but if that changes, I'll let you all know. Bree?
I'll take it, Sam. Thank you. In this morning's Capitol Watch today, Governor John Hickenlooper is expected to sign a new bill making Colorado the first state in the nation to embrace blockchain technology to handle and protect official records. The bill will allocate funds to pay for education, training, and workforce development right here in Colorado Springs. It also sets aside $1.8 million for UCCS to fund faculty positions, research, and scholarships for cybersecurity. Another $1 million to the National Cybersecurity Center as well, which is also housed at UCCS.
In your election watch this morning, the El Paso County Clerk and Recorder's Office is promising faster and more accurate results for the upcoming June 26th election. Workers are starting to get familiar with the county's new voting equipment, and so far the testing is showing that system to be 100% accurate. The county clerk wants voters to have total confidence and feel secure.
This is our way of auditing our equipment and ensuring reliable results to our citizens. So we test our equipment before we begin tabulating, and then we test afterwards.
The new program also offers better signature verification, and ballots will start going out to the county's 450,000 registered voters on Monday.
Happening today, Texas Governor Greg Abbott is unveiling a plan aimed at enhancing school safety in the state in the wake of the Santa Fe high school shooting. He's scheduled to announce the proposals at two events, one in Dallas this morning, the other in San Marcos this afternoon.
And Tennessee Representative Diane Black is facing criticism for saying that pornography could be a major factor behind these school shootings. She made those comments during a listening session with pastors last week.
My budget committee member.
19 minutes after 6 a.m., let's give you another view of those clouds blanketing America's mountain this morning. There are some blue skies out there here and there, but it's all going to change this afternoon depending on where you are, and Sam Schreier is going to let you know when we come back.
Broken and just plain broke. Your body and wallet feel it after an accident. And now you're looking for answers. At Berg Simpson, we get it. You need money to get well. You need money to make sure your family has a future. Our team of lawyers can help now.
If you were injured in an accident, call Berg Simpson for free now at 719-453-1771. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
Are you happy with your bathroom? I wasn't. I thought I didn't have the money until I learned about Bathfitter. Bathfitter puts a new bathtub right over your old one. Isn't that amazing? Bathfitter will measure and install right over your existing tub. And only Bathfitter has seamless walls, which guarantees a watertight fit. Plus, they do it all in just one day. That's my favorite part. Book a free consultation and find out for yourself. Call today or learn more at bathfitternow.com.
It's your turn to step up to the plate and score big during the Grand Slam sales event going on now at Colorado Springs Dodge, the dealership that goes to bat for you.
You'll never strike out when you experience all of my great Deal and Doug deals. A new Ram 1500 puts it over the wall for just $199 a month. Financing for everyone, and we'll give you top value for your trade. Keep your winning streak going by coming to Colorado Springs Dodge. And remember, I'll meet or beat any bona fide dealer, I'll give you the car. See us now.
Hi, I'm Jake Dabb. My goal has always been to sell furniture for less and just sell more furniture. We do a huge volume, and that enables us to buy better. I want to make a difference. We train our employees to do it right the first time. We have no pressure selling, and we work on low markups. Customers constantly tell me, thank you. Great prices on quality furniture. Giving back to the community is important to me. Style, value, selection, and giving back, that's today's American Furniture Warehouse.
Southern Colorado's largest outdoor expo is back. Experience fishing, boating, archery, shooting, biking, climbing, and much more. This all-day event is fun for the entire family. Admission is free, and the first 1,000 kids receive a free fishing pole. Discover your next outdoor adventure at the Colorado Springs Get Outdoors Day, Saturday, June 2nd from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Memorial Park, presented by the Mike Johnson Youth Hunting Project.
Homeowners, are you tired of low water pressure, being scalded in the shower when someone flushes, or had expensive leaks in your pipes? I'm Jeff Butler, owner of Repipe Specialists. We eliminate all these problems by repiping your home with new PEX pipes. We repipe most homes in just 1 or 2 days, plus we'll patch your walls and give you a lifetime guarantee. We've completed over 30,000 repipes and can help you too. Call us today for a free estimate to get great water pressure and no more leaks.
UC Health proudly supports your Healthy Family reports on News 5. UC Health Memorial Hospital Central, the only certified comprehensive stroke center in Southern Colorado. This is your First Alert 5 weather with Sam Schreier.
Good morning, everyone. Let's get outside to our temperatures. It's 6:23 this morning with 54 in the Springs and 59 over Pueblo. A little warmer over towards La Hunton. We have 30s and 40s kind of off to the north and northwest. But later today, we will bring in some good heat, and this is going to be part of the fuel to get thunderstorms going. Along the interstate, Pueblo to Trinidad, 80s, 86 to 84 in that corridor. 80 to 78 actually for Colorado Springs. Then near 90 out by Lamar. So some bigger heat is there to the plains. Now your 7-day forecast, I went 2 on the storm impact scale for Colorado Springs. We will be warm. We will also be moist. And if we get storms in our area, I really do believe they're going to have some large hail, up to a quarter size, maybe a little bit bigger. Hail is the primary threat out of our storms, which should begin sometime after 3 o'clock this afternoon. And there will also be quite a bit of lightning in those storms. Now, after any rain today, which we're really going to want, we don't want the hail, but the rain would be nice. Thursday and Friday, 89, 91. That's why I would like to get some rain out of these storms today. 80 to 77 for the weekend. There's a 1 on the storm impact scale because at the moment it just looks like generic thunderstorms. But again, 85 to then 90 getting in towards Tuesday. So today's the day we'll watch for the strongest storms. And this is still true for Pueblo. However, Pueblo, I only have you at a 30% chance. There's definitely a chance you will get those thunderstorms, but the better areas look north and south of the city. You're kind of in between everything, but I went 2 on the impact scale because if you do see thunderstorms, they could easily have large hail. 96 and 98 by Friday. With Friday, by the way, do not count out 100. I was not ready to do it yet, but 1 or 2 models are suggesting we could hit it. 83 by Sunday, we cool down with a chance of thunderstorms, and I get us back up towards Tuesday, getting over to next week. Canyon City, you've got a chance today for storms. but not as good a chance as Pueblo or even Colorado Springs. And I also think the hail would be stronger east of you. So I only have a 1 on your storm impact scale, just normal thunderstorms if you get them. 90s from Thursday, Friday, and then Sunday is a 20% chance. Finally, Woodland Park, also like Canyon City, you could have some hail, but likely not severe. 70s over the next 2 days, and then we cool you down with more storm chances Sunday, Monday. 625 in traffic. Let's go outside to Woodman Road, which might be a little breezier later on today. Traffic's moving well, both directions. Back to our traffic network here. South Academy is in good shape. Just did see here, there might be something going on I-25 southbound. Could be some sort of accident by Highway 16. I'll get in and see if there's anything going on. Let's send it to Shayla Gerard this morning.
Thank you, Sam. Amidst rising homeless population numbers, a local shelter is closing its doors. We'll tell you how you can help your neighbors in need coming up on News 5 today.
I was in a 4-car accident on the highway, and it wasn't my fault. I was seriously injured. When you're that hurt, you need a serious attorney.
Susan D. was injured and needed help. She called me and we went to work immediately. The result? I got Susan $250,000.
I'm 66 and retired, and that $250,000 really made a difference in my life.
1-800-544-9922 or go to fdazr.com.
AAA insurance agents are not superheroes. They can't protect all of mankind from the deception of the cyber world. But they can use their special AAA powers to trounce out nonsense with loyalty pricing from a local agent. They can't move mountains, although they can single-handedly bundle an insurance package that maximizes your savings. AAA agents are not superheroes, but they are your local heroes when it comes to AAA insurance, membership, and beyond. Visit us online at AAA.com.
When homes are selling fast, who can ensure you'll get the most money for yours? I'm Barbara Corcoran, and I've managed agents who have sold homes for thousands of dollars over list price. The key is to hire the agent with a smart, aggressive marketing plan. In Colorado Springs, no agent markets quite like Tiffany Lockman. Her marketing attracts hundreds of buyers, which creates real demand and allows her to offer an immediate buyout plan with flexible fees. Go to TiffanyCanHelp.com and get top dollar for your home.
Go further at Phil on Ford of Motor City.
Shop the best cars, trucks, and SUVs on the planet. F-Series, Explorer, or Edge, your choice. $299 a month, just $299. America's favorite pony, only $229 a month.
We're not horsing around. We'll beat any deal by $500.
Yeah. That's why Colorado drives Phil Long Ford.
Get on up to Phil on Ford in Motor City or online anytime at philonfordcolorado.com.
Are you happy with your bathroom? I wasn't. I thought I didn't have the money until I learned about Bath Fitter. Bath Fitter puts a new bathtub right over your old one. Isn't that amazing? Bath Fitter will measure and install right over your existing tub. And only Bath Fitter has seamless walls, which guarantees a watertight fit. Plus, they do it all in just one day. That's my favorite part. Book a free consultation and find out for yourself. Call today or learn more at bathfitternow.com.
A sweltering house is no day at the beach. When the temperature's high, call Altitude Heating and Air. With honest, no-pressure sales and service, Altitude Heating and Air has what it takes to make your home comfortable again with a new air conditioning system from Amana. Ask about our senior military and education discounts, finance options available. Experience the highest level of comfort in every room of the house. Call Altitude Heating and Air today.
Parkview Medical Center proudly sponsors this traffic report on News 5. Did you know just 10 minutes can save your life? Schedule your 10-minute mammogram today at Parkview Medical Center.
Right now, a top North Korean official is on his way from Beijing to New York City to meet with Secretary of State Mike Pompeo.
This is the latest effort by the Trump administration to try to get that North Korean summit back on track for next month.
Kim Yong-chol is a constant presence next to Kim Jong-un, and if these talks with Pompeo in New York go well, the summit could be back on for June 12th.
He comes here with the writ of the president of North Korea. And so this is the person, the individual that is worth talking to try to hammer out some common ground if it exists.
A team from the White House is also in Singapore, and State Department diplomats are at the Korean border to talk with North Korean officials. But now CIA officials are worried that North Korea will not be giving up their nuclear weapons even if that summit does happen.
New overnight, Palestinian militants say they have agreed to a ceasefire with Israel. We have new video of the latest strikes into the newsroom this morning as the Israeli military targeted dozens of Hamas sites in Gaza. In return, Palestinian militants fired over 24 mortar rounds into southern Israel, including a shell that landed near a kindergarten. Israel has not yet commented on if they've agreed to the ceasefire.
In your Crime Watch this morning, today the jury trial begins for the man accused of killing an auto shop owner in Colorado Springs. 38-year-old Eric Grant is facing first-degree murder charges in the death of 50-year-old George Maldonado. Police say he and his accomplice Derek Davis disguised themselves as these utility workers to get inside a Full Throttle auto shop back in July of last year. Davis will stand trial in August.
Right now, officers want you to keep an eye out for an escaped inmate, 37-year-old Michael Honorado. He was last seen on Tuesday morning at the 4 Mile Correctional Center just east of Canyon City. So take a look at the photo. He does have blue eyes. He also now has brown facial hair that he didn't have when this photo was taken. Honorado is considered dangerous, so if you spot him, don't approach him. Call 911 right away.
A former Colorado Springs Taekwondo instructor has been sentenced to 3 years behind bars for attempting to molest a child. In March, 44-year-old Glenn Lane Fiesta was convicted of criminal attempt to commit sexual assault on a child and unlawful sexual contact. When deputies began investigating, Lane Fiesta was still working at Academy of Life and Leadership Taekwondo. That is in the Chapel Hills Mall. He did later turn himself in. Happening now, Pueblo City Council unanimously approving nearly $1.5 million to buy some new police cruisers.
Officers say they're thankful for last night's vote because many of their current police cars are old and falling apart. Most of those are Ford Crown Victorias, a model that's no longer being made. The department has requested 27 brand new, marked, fully equipped Ford SUVs to update their fleet.
That kind of goes along with morale and having a better feeling about coming to work rather than getting into an old, dirty car that some of the parts, the lights are coming on, some of the lights don't come on that you need, some of the equipment is failing, causes frustration to the officers.
Part of the money would come from the public Pueblo safety tax. The rest would be paid for out of the city's general fund. The new police SUV should arrive in September or October.
Looking ahead, we are seeing more and more homeless people in our area, and sadly, as this is happening, a local shelter is being forced to shut their doors.
After only a year, open staff at the Wish House tell us they just don't have enough money to make ends meet.
And News 5's Shayla Jordan was actually there the day that they opened, and Shayla, you're bringing us more on this closing now.
Bree, that's right. We were in this exact spot when Ecumenical Social Ministries opened the Wish House a year ago, and they've given 38 women a new start, providing them with food, shelter, and a team to help them get back on track. Now, Wish House, or Women in Safety and Hope, is a transitional living home that's been providing support for single women on the streets and helping them find jobs and make a new life. Unfortunately, this year they weren't able to get federal funding, and in order to stay open, they need that. Case managers are working with the 8 women still living at the house, and the sad reality is these ladies could end up back on the streets.
Was the one who told them that it was closing. And the very first question they asked was not about themselves, but the very first question I was asked was, can we help raise money to keep this open? So these are women that have nowhere to go. And instead of being angry, they expressed, how can we raise money?
Now, Ecumenical Social Ministries will remain open, and right now they are busier than ever. The homeless population in Colorado Springs has gone up almost 10% over the past year, and the amount of people receiving food assistance from ESM, that's increased by 17%. Now, ESM tells us they are hoping to reopen the Wish House at some point, but they estimate that'll cost around $240,000. Now, for details on how you can get involved and help, go ahead and log on to the News 5 app. Watching out for you, Colorado Springs. Shayla Jordan, News 5.
Thank you, Shayla.
6:35 just about. Let's check in with meteorologist Sam Schreier.
Well, we're going to go outside to our temperatures that are at 54 degrees in the Springs and then 59 Pueblo. So really beautiful feels this morning, and it looks gorgeous. Just a beautiful morning to kick things off. And actually, even though we have some storms later on today, it'll still look good outside. Speaking of storms, let's talk about the setup. We have this wave of moisture coming in from the south. It's actually a short wave of energy swinging in from Arizona, New Mexico. This will keep pushing in through the course of the afternoon, and that, combined with some moist air at the surface, will kick off some thunderstorms a little later on. And speaking of thunderstorms, we have kind of one little guy left here creeping in towards Fowler. Some light rain on really parts of Highway 50 here. Look like it's coming on in, but it's been shrinking in the last even 10 minutes here. So we'll see how much longer it can last towards 7 o'clock. Looks like Highway 50 is kind of chewing away at that storm. Looks like also we'll have the chance for large activity today. A marginal risk and actually a slight risk in the yellow has been issued for much of the Front Range and into the plains. Now, El Paso County, and especially along the Palmer Divide, this is the best area for large hail. If you go south, Huerfano, but especially Los Angeles County, over to Baca, large hail, but also strong winds. If there was an isolated tornado, this would kind of be the time to get that to form. Probably no tornado threat up towards our area, but again, larger hail is definitely something we'll need to watch out for. From the morning out towards noon, we stay dry. That little shower in Pueblo County will keep moving away and dying in the next hour here. By noon, we're still sunny, especially El Paso into Pueblo County, but the moisture is moving in. The system is coming in, and what that'll do is start to spark storms around 1 to 2 o'clock, somewhere kind of in that time frame, by Walsenburg or Trinidad. The modeling now has this a little bit more east of Trinidad running through Los Angeles County in the next couple of minutes, or next couple hours. By the time we get to 4 o'clock, some scattered storms around El Paso will try to run through. They'll develop sometime after 3 o'clock. Could be dropping some hail in the Springs right around 5. Let's go ahead and get over to traffic this morning. We are at 637 in Woodman, so moving along pretty well. At the moment, there's a lot more traffic near Woodman going south, but still some cars coming up north. Now, there is a pretty good slowdown happening south of the city on I-25 northbound. There's no accident that's populated yet, but I'm going to keep an eye on this and see what is going on. Guys, over to you.
Happening now, hundreds of athletes are training in Colorado Springs before the Warrior Games kick off on Friday at the Air Force Academy.
What a great event. This morning, we're continuing to profile some of these unique and talented athletes.
Among them is Navy Petty Officer Second Class Mario Ingram, who's competing in a variety of sports, including archery, cycling, and track and field. Ingram is less than 2 years removed from a life-altering cancer diagnosis and has been through numerous chemotherapy treatments, but he is now in remission.
Just because you come down with something doesn't mean it's actually a death sentence. You know, you got to see the bright side.
Tonight on News 5 at 10, Rob Quirk is having more with Petty Officer Ingram as he continues the one-on-one profiles of these amazing athletes.
New this morning, the University of Memphis will no longer charge tuition for the children and spouses of fallen service members. The school is now the first university to offer a full-ride National Folds of Honor scholarship. Undergraduate students under the age of 24 who had a parent severely injured or killed while on active duty are eligible. Also, spouses of any age can also receive it if they have not remarried. The average cost of tuition at Memphis University is about $9,700 a year, plus room and board fees and textbooks. Still coming up, a controversial tweet leads to the cancellation of the hit show Roseanne. What the star says was behind the late-night tweet.
And after posting a bad review on Yelp, why a woman is being sued for $1 million.
Congratulations, Philong Lincoln, Southern Colorado's exclusive Lincoln Black Label dealer. Redefining the luxury experience with superior service, premium maintenance, pure interior indulgence. The North American Truck of the Year, the all-new Lincoln Navigator. That's the Lincoln Black Label, and
that's why Colorado drives Philong Lincoln.
Visit us today in the heart of Motor City or online anytime at philonglincoln.com.
Success is measured differently in people. For some, it's fame or fortune. For others, it may be power or status. For 26 years, All Purpose Paving has been measuring success in 2 ways: happy customers and completing a job well done. You have someone you can trust in the paving business. Contact All Purpose Paving today to be our next success story.
When we fought on background checks and we fought on
magazine limits. You know, the NRA sent hundreds of people a day to the Capitol. And they sent trucks that would drive around honking the horn all day long, thinking that would somehow scare us. My answer was, I'm not afraid of the NRA. I wasn't afraid of them then, I'm not afraid of them now. What I am afraid of is this country presiding over more funerals for 14-year-olds. And that is something I'm not willing to answer for.
Salon service is provided by Honey Salon and Spa. Book your appointment today. Find your own sweet style at Honey Salon and Spa.
There's a special feeling I get at Triple Crown that I don't get at the other casinos.
I get a better bang for my buck.
I love this place.
See for yourself why Triple Crown casinos are the talk of Cripple Creek.
I was in a 4-car accident on the highway, and it wasn't my fault. I was seriously injured. When you're that hurt, you need a serious attorney.
The result? I got Susan $250,000. Call me now, Frank Azar, the strong arm.
Summer's here. Time to save big on every award-winning Honda. Technology Pack Civics now just $189 a month, or get the all-new Accord for just $249 a month. See your Rocky Mountain Honda dealer today.
American Furniture Warehouse wants to take you back in time.
And the largest selection of vintage, industrial, and retro furniture anywhere.
Lowest prices anywhere, anytime.
I always come back to Triple Crown.
Food was excellent. The rooms were excellent. Can't be beat. It's the best in the state.
I love this place.
See for yourself why Triple Crown casinos are the talk of Cripple Creek.
Southwest Motors is proud to sponsor your first Alert 5 forecast. Take the summer off from car payments at Southwest Motors Memorial Day sales event.
Happening now, hundreds of people are being evacuated in North Carolina because of flood concerns from subtropical depression Alberto. Polk County residents that live near Lake Tahoma have been told that the dam could collapse at any moment, and officials are expecting up to half a foot of more rain today, and they worry that that flooding could get even worse.
That's crazy, man.
Well, here's something you don't see every day at a hotel swimming pool. New video out of Florida showing a mini vortex that formed. It sent pool toys flying. Thankfully, the vortex eventually did die down. Nobody was injured. There was no damage.
Developing this morning, some shocking new numbers from Harvard researchers on the deaths in Puerto Rico from last year's Hurricane Maria.
Researchers say more than 4,600 people died during the storm, which is more than 70 times higher than what was originally stated.
And that's considerably more than the Puerto Rican government's estimate of 65. The study says many of the deaths were not counted initially because thousands did die the weeks or months following that from injuries and illnesses. In response to the study, Puerto Rico has commissioned George Washington University to carry out its own study to validate these numbers.
That was part of our message, so people understood that, if this is going to happen, they're going to become a little bit more isolated. They need to understand that situation.
Happening now, more homes are being destroyed on Hawaii's Big Island as the KOAA eruption continues. Take a look at this unbelievable new video of one of the fissures shooting lava more than 200 feet in the air. Hawaiian officials say they can't predict which fissure is going to erupt next or if a new one could open in the next few days.
And trending online this morning, a unique question that one Twitter user is asking the U.S. Geological Survey. They said, is it safe to roast a marshmallow near the Kilauea volcano vent?
Understandably, the USGS said no, that is not a safe idea, especially because of all of the toxic gas that comes from the lava. So it sounds exotic, like a Kilauea s'more, but not so good for you.
It sounds, deadly is what it sounds like. Let's check in on that southern Colorado forecast on our weather alert day with meteorologist Sam Schreier.
So I gave it a weather alert day because I feel like there's a good enough chance that storms today will produce some damaging hail. So we'll just have to try to get out of their way and keep an eye on things if you're outside. 54 to 59 in the Springs and Pueblo. Part of the reason we have a chance for severe storms is we will bring quite a bit of warmth into the state We're also humid, 70s in the Springs to the 80s in Pueblo. Now your high temperature in the Springs goes to 78 degrees. Enough energy, enough moisture where we have a 2 on the storm impact scale, because Colorado Springs could see hail up to a quarter size, which damages the house and the car if it falls. That would be severe criteria. Thursday, Friday, we keep things just really hot. 89 Thursday, 91 on Friday. It's a very high fire danger at the end of the week. And 77 on Sunday. We cool things down just a bit there with some storms. Back to 90 on Tuesday. Pueblo, here's kind of what I'm looking at with you. 2 on the storm impact scale with 96, 98 for both Thursday, Friday. 83 on Sunday, so we will knock temperatures back a bit there. And then we warm you up again to 97 going into Tuesday. Canyon City, so we have a little bit less chance of seeing some large damaging hail. It's still possible, but I don't think as good a chance as the Springs or even Pueblo. 93, 94 Thursday, Friday, back towards 80 on Sunday, and then 93 into Tuesday. The best 7 days to see actual big storms are Colorado Springs and Woodland Park. Pueblo could see some. It's just not as likely as both these cities. So a better chance of storms. Could see some hail, just not really damaging from what I've looked at. Then 70s and more rain chances next week. Let's go ahead and talk traffic at Academy. Looking back in towards the city, it's definitely busy, and we got to go to our traffic map. So there's an accident just kind of over towards the Fort Carson area that's slowing traffic down on I-25 northbound. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Sam. New overnight, Roseanne Barr is firing off some new tweets about ABC's decision to cancel her hit sitcom because of what people are calling racist tweets. And she says what she did was unforgivable after she compared former Obama advisor Valerie Jarrett to an ape. Roseanne says she sent that tweet at 2 in the morning while she was on Ambien. She's also encouraging her supporters to not boycott ABC over the decision to pull the show because the company does have the right to do what they wish, she says. Valerie Jarrett is also speaking out this morning.
I'm fine. I'm worried about all the people out there who don't have a circle of friends and followers who come right to their defense.
Because of the tweet and ABC's decision, more than 200 staff and crew on that show are also out of a job today. Platforms like Hulu and Paramount Network have also said they will be pulling any reruns of Roseanne.
Also developing this morning, a college basketball coach says she was targeted by a Southwest employee at DIA because her son is biracial. Lindsay Gottlieb says she was flying from Denver back to Berkeley, California when a Southwest gate agent asked her to prove she was the mother of her baby. Now, we would like to point out the baby's last name is different from his mother's. Lindsay says she showed her son's passport, but the agent wasn't satisfied and wanted a birth certificate.
And she said, well, how do I know you're the mother? I was rattled, I think. I was a little bit shocked. It is my responsibility to say, hey, this happened, this isn't okay, and maybe somewhere down the line that helps my son, who is biracial.
Gottlieb says the agent eventually did let her family check into the flight. Southwest says they're looking into exactly what happened.
She was the one that discriminated my son for having a physical disability. All he wanted was some pancakes.
A mom in Texas says her family was forced to leave IHOP because of her son's disability. So meet 3-year-old William here, who was born without arms. It doesn't stop him from feeding himself by using his feet. And William's mom, Alexis, is saying they were about to eat at IHOP when the manager said William could not sit on the table or touch the syrup containers because it was a health department issue.
But when I got here, I carried him in. I took him to the bathroom, washed his feet so he could eat. And I asked her, I'm like, do you ask all your customers if they wash their hands before they touch them?
And that is a good point. Alexis posted about the experience on Facebook, and the manager and the other employees at that restaurant have apologized since then. But IHOP's president says the company does not tolerate any discrimination of any kind. New this morning, have you ever posted a bad review of a business online?
Well, millions of people do it, but now one New York woman's being sued for $1 million over her review she posted of a gynecologist. Michelle Levine says she posted the review on Yelp after receiving a bill that she says did not reflect the services that she was provided. In a review, she mentions the gynecologist office's crooked business practices, which the office says is defamation.
It's been kind of a nightmare. I just have this doctor that's been suing me for a Yelp review, and he won't go away. He states the
Michelle has since deleted that review. She says she spent $20,000 fighting this case, but doesn't regret writing it and plans to continue to fight the case. We'll be right back with 5 things you need to know before you go.
And first, let's check in with Hoda to see what's coming up on the Today Show.
Good morning. Coming up on Today, Roseanne Barr firing off a barrage of tweets overnight as her hit show is pulled from the air. We'll tell you what she had to say about that racist Twitter comment and the growing fallout. Also ahead, when was the last time you rebooted your internet router? In light of that urgent request from the FBI, we'll show you what they think you should do today. And our roundup of the best summer buys, from lawnmowers to air conditioners and grills. They've all been tested by tons of happy customers, and we think you'll love them too when we see you guys a little later right here on Today.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
Perkins Motors in Motor City is a place to be during Memorial Day weekend with Power Days. Once-a-year savings on all your favorite vehicles, new and used. With hundreds to choose from, you might need the whole weekend just to figure out which one you want. It's Power Days this Memorial Day weekend.
I'm Jimmy. This is my definition of fresh since 1983.
AAA roadside technicians are not superheroes. They can't leap across mountains in a single bound. But they can change a flat tire faster than most mere mortals. They don't have X-ray vision to foresee dreaded dilemmas. Although they can replace a dead battery in a flash. AAA roadside techs are not superheroes, but they are heroes of the highway. Visit us online at AAA.com.
We're still on the road, looking for places where you can get away from Donald Trump and his tweets. I'm Carrie Kennedy, and we especially need to keep him out of our schools. Before running for governor, I was a community activist, Denver CFO, and state treasurer. I'm most proud of creating the program that rebuilt hundreds of public schools. But as a mom, I know a building isn't enough. We have to raise teacher pay, stop teaching to the test, and keep our schools gun-free. Keeping them Twitter-free would help too.
Homeowners, are you tired of low water pressure, being scalded in the shower when someone flushes, or had expensive leaks in your pipes? I'm Jeff Butler, owner of Repipe Specialists. We eliminate all these problems by repiping your home with new PEX pipes. We repipe most homes in just 1 or 2 days, plus we'll patch your walls and give you a lifetime guarantee. We've completed over 30,000 repipes and can help you too. Call us today for a free estimate to get great water pressure and no more leaks.
Perkins Motors in Motor City is a place to be during Memorial Day weekend with Power Days. Once-a-year savings on all your favorite vehicles, new and used. With hundreds to choose from, you might need the whole weekend just to figure out which one you want. It's Power Days this Memorial Day weekend.
6:53, and here are the 5 things that you need to know before you go this morning. Today, the jury trial begins for the man accused of killing an auto shop owner in Colorado Springs. 38-year-old Eric Grant facing first-degree murder charges in the death of 50-year-old George Maldonado. Police say he and his accomplice, Derek Davis, disguised themselves as utility workers to get inside a full-throttle auto shop back in July of last year.
Right now, officers want you to keep an eye out for an escaped inmate, 37-year-old Michael Honorado, who was last seen Tuesday morning at the 4 Mile Correctional Center just east of Canyon City. He has blue eyes and brown facial hair that he didn't have when this photo was taken. Honorado's considered dangerous, so if you spot him, do not approach him and call 911 right away.
A Stage 2 fire ban is now in place in Teller County. That means no outdoor smoking, fires of any type, charcoal grills are not allowed. This applies to unincorporated parts of the county and national forest land, similar to the restrictions that are also in place right now within Woodland Park city limits.
Time for weather and traffic on the 5s with meteorologist Sam Schreier on a weather alert day.
Yes, and we have one little storm hanging on as it crosses into Fowler, but it's been falling apart over the last hour here, so it probably does not have much more than about a half hour left in its system. Later today, strong and severe thunderstorms are not only possible, pretty likely. Starting up, especially down by Walsenburg to Trinidad, somewhere in this vicinity, moving east at about 2 o'clock through the afternoon. This is the best area for strong hail and some damaging winds. Even an isolated tornado in the vicinity is not out of the question. Up by El Paso County to the Palmer Divide east, we have the pretty good chance of mostly just large hail through the late afternoon, probably after 3 o'clock. Your temperatures, 54 to 59 in the Springs to Pueblo, 61 still sitting in La Junta. 8:17 is your sunset time. Let's talk about today. Your temperatures are going to be in the upper 70s for the Springs, right near 80, but we probably will just be shy of it. 86 in Pueblo, down south on I-25, still in the mid-80s. Storms are going to have to start on the interstate because if they were to try to start in the plains, probably too warm up above for that to happen. But any storms that move east away from the interstate will likely get stronger as they tap into better energy. And there will likely also be some storms in some of the mountains, especially around like Teller County and northern Fremont County. However, they will not likely be as strong as the storms popping along I-25. Let's go ahead just a little early to traffic here. We are outside at 6:55 to South Academy. Now, northbound on South Academy, or excuse me, on I-25 is definitely slow. Looks pretty good from that camera view. There's an accident over by Mesa Ridge, Fort Carson, that's backing things up quite a bit all the way back towards Highway 85 as that connects back in here. I can actually get a closer look over by Mesa Ridge Parkway. So it's backed up into Fort Carson, but then also from that accident right near the rest of the city. Also up near Powers and Barnes, we had reports of an accident here, but traffic does seem to be moving pretty well in that vicinity. And then finally, as you get up towards Denver this morning, no issues there. It's just kind of everything moving around through the Springs. It's backed up. Guys?
So something that we're going to have to watch, I guess, is the travel later this afternoon with the possible hail at least.
You know, in El Paso County, I would say at the end of the workday, around 4, 5, 6 o'clock, some pretty big storms could be out there. So if you need to just hunker down at work, maybe not a bad idea if there's some storms on the radar.
Yeah.
And if you do get caught on the roads, make sure to stay safe. Try to safely get to a place that could protect your car. But if you're stuck, you're just kind of stuck.
That's why we have insurance, unfortunately.
That's right.
All right, have a great Wednesday, everybody, and we'll keep an eye on that weather closely for you. We'll be back in about 30 minutes with an update of that and your headlines.
A careless driver, looking down at his phone, hit me. Hoyser and Hoyser made them pay. They got me $100,000.
Call me, it's just that easy.
Call or text us at 888-4993.
The colors of my kitchen used to be so dated, and then I found Granite Transformations. And now look at my beautiful countertops. They're scratch resistant, stain resistant, and heat resistant. And they just basically placed these countertops on top of my old ones. They did a beautiful refacing of my cabinets that I think looks so fabulous. They transformed my kitchen. I love the handles. It's kind of my favorite part.
I, Michael Quinn, hereby pledge to Isabel Quinn to always give her back more than she gives me. I'll be her doctor, bass player, and emotional advisor. In return, I'll ask her to reteach me to cry at cartoons. I will always be there. And since she will show me the world as something entirely new, I will try to leave it as if it were.
That's why when you choose our products, you can be confident they come from responsibly managed forests. Because for us, it's personal.
What is Huntington Learning Center?
It's the I Can Read This Center.
It's the Show Matthew's Boss Center.
It's the Crush the SAT. And the ACT Center.
The Best Grades Ever Center.
If you're feeling frustrated or concerned about your child's grades or the upcoming SAT or ACT, call Huntington. Huntington Learning Center. Improving grades, test scores, and confidence since 1977. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN today and save $100. Personalized attention, proven results.
My problem was never really my feet. It was always my back. I'd had as many epidurals that I could possibly have in 1 year. And that's when Tara at the Good Feet store kept telling me to try her arch supports. The future I can see now. I couldn't see it before. You can't use this.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
I'm attorney Frank Azar of the Strong Arm. The insurance companies are not on your side, but I am.
When Frank calls, they know it's serious. He got me $118,000.
Call me now, Frank Azar, or go to fdazar.com.
Watch Mike Daniels, weekday evenings on News 5.
Good morning. Still at it. Roseanne Barr goes on a Twitter tear overnight on the attack on defense and saying she was on sleeping pills when she went after Valerie Jarrett in a racist tweet, as Jarrett herself responds.
I think we have to turn it into a teaching moment. I'm fine.
This morning, inside ABC's decision to drop their blockbuster star so fast. And did the president weigh in last night? Brink of disaster. A dam in North Carolina threatening to burst as heavy rains from Alberto trigger landslides. Thousands forced to evacuate. Officials warning of imminent danger. And we're live with the very latest. Those stories plus falling star, the sudden announcement from Missouri's governor amid a growing sex scandal. Rerouted what the FBI wants you to do today to keep the Russians out of your home computer. And cover story, the internet asked for it and the internet got it. How Toto's classic hit got a modern makeover. Today, Wednesday, May 30th, 2018.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb, live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to Today. Nice to have you with us on a very busy Wednesday morning. And boy, things move fast these days, don't they? We're going to begin this morning with a barrage of tweets from Roseanne Barr. All of it happened over just the course of a few hours. Roseanne tweeting a racist comment early Tuesday morning about former Obama aide Valerie Jarrett.
The backlash coming almost instantly as ABC execs woke up to the news of the controversy. Barr then tweeting out an apology at around 10:30 a.m. on Tuesday, saying she's leaving Twitter.
But that was not enough for ABC. It announced the cancellation of her show at 1:48, and it is not over yet. Barr is still on Twitter. She is tweeting this morning, despite the announcement that she was going to leave it. This time, she took aim at her Roseanne co-stars, Sarah Gilbert and Michael Fishman, who had released statements condemning her comments, saying, "Wow, unreal," and "You throw me under the bus, nice." She also took time to comment, "I feel bad for POTUS," referring to President Trump. He goes through this every single day. So this story is still unfolding literally as we speak. And Craig's with got the latest this morning. Hi.
She's been on quite the Twitter tear indeed. Bottom line, though, the outspoken Trump supporter is off the air. Her staff all out of jobs. And that's just the beginning of the backlash coming fast and furious after that tweet about Valerie Jarrett. Jarrett herself spoke out about the tweet exclusively on MSNBC. Overnight, Barr returned to Twitter, sending out several apologies. "Don't feel sorry for me, guys. Today, my words caused hundreds of hardworking people to lose their jobs." And later explaining in a since-deleted tweet, "It was 2 in the morning, and I was ambient tweeting." And then she claimed the comment wasn't racist.
What's up, deplorable?
It all stems from an early Tuesday morning tweet storm. Barr replying to a tweet about an Obama administration conspiracy theory, writing this about former Obama advisor Valerie Jarrett. "Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes had a baby, equals VJ." Jarrett addressed the tweet during a planned MSNBC town hall on racism in America Tuesday night.
Well, first of all, I think we have to turn it into a teaching moment. I'm fine.
Hours after Tuesday's post, Barr tweeted an apology for making a bad joke and declared that she is now leaving Twitter. But those tweets did little to calm the firestorm already ablaze. Hours later, ABC canceled a hit show. The network's entertainment president writing, "Barr's statement is abhorrent, repugnant, and inconsistent with our values." Some are praising ABC's decision to drop the popular sitcom, while others are saying the network should have seen it coming. Barr has repeatedly tweeted conspiracy theories about Parkland shooting survivors, and most recently, Chelsea Clinton, saying the former first daughter was married to a nephew of George Soros, and when Clinton corrected her, she took another shot. But overnight, Barr tweeted several personal apologies. Before news of the cancellation, producer Wanda Sykes announced she was quitting the show. The latest season, centering around a white working-class American family, has tackled hot-button issues head-on. Barr has been an outspoken supporter of President Trump and brought her politics